What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Root. So I'm going to review the second project by Jayy Von Monroe, Blood on the Dance Floor. Basically this project is called the Jayy Von EP and it came out in the fall of 2017. So the thing about this particular project here is just the fact that Jayy Von did kind of spawn like a solo career within relative type pitches. He helped out with a number of side projects with Davi Vanity pitches like that, particularly one of which was like the Master of Death album from the fall of 2015. Definitely pretty vicious type album there. Definitely recommend purchasing that one within Fairs Behind. I want to say that's one of the last Blood on the Dance Floor relative type projects that's still on Spotify as far as those fairs going to happen. But to look after within the pitch, Jayy Von did manage to, he helped out with Davi for a number of projects, but he eventually went solo, one of which I reviewed way back in the fall of 2022 as far as those fairs going to happen. Particularly that was the 10 CMD album as far as those pitch going to happen. It's kind of an album or an EP within pitch, has approximately 8, 9, 10 songs somewhere with that fair. Probably could be an EP, but it might be treated as an album. I reviewed that back in late 2022, so it's been a little while, but I gave that a pretty damn high score, and I didn't realize, like, nowadays this project is kind of surfaced just within the pitch. It's kind of more low-key within a sense, not commonly available. Now, I realize that Jayy Von's relatively low-key popularity within the pitch. Not to say low-key within the pitch that he wasn't large, but just in the pitch as far as saying that his solo projects are just kind of more off the wayside in a lot of senses. I don't know how commonly available they are for purchase in pitches like that. So it's just within the tone as far as saying collectively where I found this on YouTube didn't have that many particular hits about it. So it's just within the pitch as far, and I look after here, this is a classic EP, further proves Jayy Von's finesse apart from Blood on the Dance Floor and his solo career, which is pretty vicious and just overall high alkylated as well as far as this pitch can happen. Just every song on this 5-song EP I recommend within the pitch behind it. Real excellent type flair about it. Just within the fair, like particularly 10 CMD was pretty excellent type one. Would definitely recommend tracking down both of these within the fair. Now nowadays he's kind of known more as like the Dolly within pitch, but he's never quite dropped an album as far as this fair is going to happen. I'm surprised that he hasn't collected some of these singles that he's dropped as like the Dolly, and he did particularly do like some features as well underneath the Jayy Von Monroe type name. Particularly, I know he did at least a song with PD Plastic, which unfortunately is not on an album, which really should be within the pitch. PD Plastic is pretty good fair to get those particular folks going. I've almost reviewed everything by PD Plastic, but just within the pitch, there's some good conduct here within the pitch behind it. This is underneath the Jayy Von name, so it's within excellence as far as saying that it's just basically kind of like a sub-venture to Blood on the Dance Floor. This is fresh when he just got done with being a part of Blood on the Dance Floor. This is after like the Scissors album of mid-late 2016, so it's within the pitch that he wasn't a part of Blood on the Dance Floor, but he still went underneath the Jayy Von name as far as this pitch is going to happen. Basically just getting like a bonus kind of shot in the arm type package of the stuff that he was kind of on with Blood on the Dance Floor. Just does not have Davi on there as far as this pitch can happen. So it's just within a ton, some excellent type fair. Very hot topic bound within some of these type pitches. He has some good shots for stardom as far as this fair is going to happen. Not like he didn't have stardom, but just within the pitch as far as saying some ones that probably could have had some radio appeal had it had made more attention in pitches like that. Some songs like Only Human and then the single It's On You are some pretty good noise. Basically every song here really has the appeal behind it. It's unfortunate within the pitch that this did not collectively get more attention. This is probably something that does deserve, a couple 100,000, definitely deserves a couple 100,000 purchases, pitches like that. It's probably something that definitely a project that probably should have went gold or platinum. Some of those particular type fairs definitely needs more attention than it's gotten just from the fair. I really kind of question how to particularly obtain this project. Just question if it is available on like eBay or whether it's just a digital download, if it would be on iTunes or some of those stuff. Like, it's not really as full bound sure, but I'm glad it's on YouTube within pitches like that. But I look after it here. So the lead single off this product was It's On You, and this is a real nice one here. It's like a basic kind of spruced out late day primer for frat commotion. I'd have to say later on, just fraternize some of that particular type of feel. The socials pitches like that, this vintage kind of electro hit within the fair behind it. It's kind of one of those type ones to kind of play in the initial type sense, more of like 645, 715 is like the shindig is initially kind of kicking off, just the kind of warm up music, icebreaker type music within the fair behind it. Not as crazy as songs like Ride, Bring the Noise, and some of those type pitches, but definitely concept is probably right in the middle in terms of like the fare of this particular album as far as this pitch will kind of have with like the conduct of the social aspect of it. This is pretty balanced type project within the pitch. Not every song on here is for getting tore up in pitches like that, but it does have some good concepts. At least 3 out of 5 of these have the concept of being towards something within like the dance floor fare that BOTDF is usually known for within some type pitch. So this is the only single, but it definitely has some glitz and appeal. Like I said, not the craziest one on here, but just kind of a primer for getting things warmed up as far as this pitch can have. So good type tone. Probably one of my favorite songs on this particular product would be Bring the Noise. This is the first song you hear on here in terms of like the order of the particular EP. It's like a sleek, kind of low-key gem to kind of get this in-between commerce that I'd say an early kind of dance floor fun I'd say about this one, but it jumps pretty well. This one's a little bit more amidst like the social type moments more so than full bound amidst like the dance floor, at least in like the verses as far as those fairs going to happen. Just kind of the moments of ordering drinks, some of that particular type fair, like the gap pitches like that. It's kind of amidst like social It's kind of a miss like Night Spice as far as those pairs going to have. So it's good type pitch as far as those pairs are going to have them with it. Just good 1-2 punch for some of these type ones. Just the initial kind of conduct is some of that particular type fare. I guess I would have to say within the pitch, I was thinking initially that this product was a little bit crazy, but the more I think within the context of it, it kind of has more moments for like the initial kind of moments, just the kind of initial daps, some of those type moments, the handshakes, some of that particular type fare, just the conduct of like entry type fare. Not to say it's full bound, but ride is really not that vicious either. I feel like some of this Dobby, like, not to say this is a limp project, but Dobby does typically get pretty carnivorous. Not to say, I mean, this is an excellent type album. It's just in the pitch as far as saying that it's more balanced in the pitch. This probably has a little bit more stardom within the pitch behind it. Say in terms of like alternative type conduct about it, this is like a Hot Topic classic here in the pitch. It's something has like some commercial grabs that has a little bit more radio appeal type. A little bit more radio appeal towards it. Not to say that Dobby doesn't, but it's just in the pitch that it's a little bit more of a balanced breakfast than I was realizing. So it's within pitch, but yeah, Bring the Noise is a real nice one. Real pretty sleek, like I was saying. It's good concept for this particular one. It's real vicious within a really kind of a sleek type one, just stylish within the pitch as far as that particular flair of how it particularly nails it. So it's just good dance floor jumper within the pitch, good 1-2 punch with It's On You, some of these type ones. So good type fare. Ride is the third type one within some of these dance floor type moments. It's like a bouncy kind of vintage BOTDF flavored kind of vanilla dance hop to kind of get here, just percolate. I would definitely say about this one, drink up, some of that type fare, just get drink on some of those type pitches, just a late glide as far as those pitch can happen. So just kind of the conduct of going late through the night, just kind of the concept, not as much full bound kind of ferocity, but just within the pitch of just having drinks in your system and just kind of coasting through the night as far as those pitch can happen, just enjoying the conduct of it, just realizing if you showed up at like 6 o'clock p.m. that you're probably going to be here until 3 or 4 in the morning, so those type pitches just in the conduct of it. It's kind of more wave your hands in the sky type music, this pitch is like that, just some good type flair within the pitch behind it. But yeah, just a little bit more lambit type appeal within it. I really, like I was saying, Dobby may be a little bit more vicious, but it's just a good conduct for having some of these type moments, just the ambience of kind of being out and about, just the social pizzazz, because, you know, Jayy Von was pretty crazy as well within the pitch. He definitely has the flair of some of this particular type stuff. This is definitely more vicious than a lot of stuff that particularly kind of goes on within electropop, just within that particular type fare, but this is more balanced than having some relative radio appeal despite not breaking ground as full, despite not reaching mass appeal within it. So it's good type pitch. But Apocalypse and Only Human are kind of the more radio type grabs on here within a pitch behind it. Apocalypse is like a neighborhood kind of electronic ruminate moments, I'd have to say here. Kind of in a dance mood, but just kind of get into some task wrap up as far as this pitch can happen. It's one of those type conducts of, hey, I can't go out tonight within the pitch, but still kind of in the dance type mode of just like, not today, maybe not tomorrow either within the pitch. If it's like Tuesday or Wednesday, realizing that Thursday or even better, Friday would be within the pitch. That's only a few days away, just in the conduct of it, just kind of the pitch behind, just being more responsible for a spell, pitches like that, getting some of those particular type moments just handled in that particular task wrap up within that particular air and fair and pitches like that, and then getting towards, but just kind of the pitch of just doing it in like a not square type format. So it's good type pitch. It's a kind of a good conduct to have some of these particular type songs here in terms of most house clean type music where you do have stuff to do that's not recreational. Just a good concept to have some of these type moments where it doesn't have to be full bound boring. So it's a good type pitch for that. And of course, paying attention to the lyrics of the particular song. It feels more within the production type flair. It just does not feel as much full bound kind of amidst the dance floor. Apocalypse is just a little bit more of like a thoughtful, just kind of more on the rumination type balance sentiments of it, just in pitch behind. It's more kind of just insular within the pitch, but good type fare, just kind of in between type moments. And then Only Human is probably one of the bigger radio grabs. This is like the most kind of makeshift drear of these particular ones. Not a bad song with the pitch, but just kind of the concept of the most SFW. So it's like a makeshift ballad, kind of a throwback, kind of 2000s emo flavor. It has to say about this one. Definitely reminds like Kelly Clarkson, Avril Lavigne, Blood on the Dance Floor in the early days. Some of those Blood on the Dance Floor, some of those particular type fares, just Hot Topic sound and like some radio appeal as far as this pitch can have. So just a basic product of getting like MySpace kind of emo days like 2006, 2008, some of those particular type fares just way out in 2017. Throwback to like that pitch because Jayy Von was kind of a part of that movement within pitches like that. So just kind of a retro type song within the pitch as far as those fares going to happen. Just good alternative highlight within some of those type fares. Basically just like getting a banner kind of radio drear type song that you would have gotten 2006 or 2010, some of those type fares. Just typical kind of piano ballad pitches like that. That's moody kind of emo-ness about it, just in the pitch of just way out in 2017. So good type fare. Like I said, Jayy Von does this pretty well. So yeah, this EP gets a 10 out of 10 here, just in the fare behind it. Real stylish within the aspect. Definitely a rare item worth tracking down. It's kind of a secret type product within the pitch. It has some good appeal about it. Just the glitz and glamour. I really feel like the songs like It's On You and Bring the Noise are some real two vicious type standouts, despite the fact that it's not vicious in terms of like the energy of it, but just kind of the stylishness of just how it has the particular appeal about it. Just good type pitches, just kind of the ambience dance and just kind of extra gelling within the aspect like some social venues and pitches like that as far as those flavors kind of happen with this. So just good type appeal, good type moments on here. The radio appeal moments kind of hit within some of these type moments, some rumination type moments, some of that particular type fare. So the social score, I think within the social score, I would say pretty much it probably would be like a 9.5 out of 10. Not to dismantle the quality of it. I do like the flair about this particular product, but it's just kind of the concept as far as saying between this product being a little bit trickier to track down within the fare behind, and just the aspect of whether or not it's full bound available for purchase. And then on top of that, like I said, the energy is pretty good on here within the pitch. Definitely has the energy of like some step out, and even the moments that are kind of more rumination and kind of more thought provoking or just less on the dance floor still have some good moments to have like the flair about it. But it's just kind of the pitch as far as saying that, I don't know. It's not to full bound have that particular complaint about saying it's not crazy enough. It's just within the pitch as far as saying it's just the aspect as far as supposing that it just between the concept of like it being more percolate type energy within the pitch, and then the concept as far as saying like just the trickiness of being able to find the product just within the pitch as far as saying. But I mean, it's definitely stylish. Like I said, this is a pretty social type project within the aspect. Not 9.5 is not really foul within the pitch. Just kind of the concept as far as saying that if you're looking for something to full bound kind of get shit faced to, some of those type of conducts are just really getting tore up and having like the crazy kind of TGIF type mode within the pitch. It has more kind of just like vibe out type moments more so than the full bound pitch of like blackout type crazy within the pitch as far as like the ferocity. But it is worth it. I mean, it's just kind of the concept that 4 out of 5 of these songs on here have some degree of like social pizzazz as far as like the concept of either being at a dance floor or having to do with it within the pitch bond. So it nails that particular appeal. It's just kind of concept that just doesn't give you like the ferocious kind of just werewolf bite some of the pitch like that. So it'd be within the fair, but just to say 9.5 social. So in terms of the future, like once again, Jayy Von has not been around since this particular EP in 2017. Now he did drop this 10 CMD album, which I reviewed back in 2022. There's all the Blood on the Dance Floor reviews that are in the Jayy Von playlist as far as those pitches. As far as those pitches going to happen, just looking after it there. And I would say on top of that, now I realize he doesn't really have anything else. I might put the Master of Death album in the Jayy Von playlist because he was on that one quite a bit. But just within the fair about it, he has not dropped anything since 2017. Now, if he ever puts out an album as the Dolly, I'll probably definitely get to that, but that's what he's been up to in these recent times. He's been dropping singles as the Dolly since probably at least like the early 2020s, pitches like that. That he probably was Jayy Von until at least like the late 2010s, somewhere in that particular fair, but that's what he's been up to within the pitch behind it. So he does do drag and pitches like that. That's what he's been up to full bound. But this is a classic here, easy enough to see, definitely worth tracking down. Definitely worth trying to get this album platinum, pitches like that, some fairs like that. So it's a good type of appeal, but this is a blitzer and definitely needs to be more. Definitely needs more attention as far as this fair is going to happen with it.